Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, good.
Good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything new on the world for any of you?
On Thursday, I turned 36. Last Thursday.
Congratulations.
Happy
birthday.
As old as Neal.
Maybe
Almost.
older. I don't know. How old am I today?
How old is Neal today?
I'm 51.
There we go.
Kiddos.
You know that yet, Neal?
What?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I got married, so that was cool. That happened.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a good time. Got married in Costa Rica. It was a blast. Happy to be back, though.
Excellent.
So,
Well, Connor, what major life event did you go through this week?
I had a really crazy dream this morning. It was so crazy I remembered it in another dream. So that basically I was trapped at like this cult whose religion was centered around a big ass water slide and running a constant obstacle course, which the first part involved the water slide. And like whenever you're running up the stairs, you have to go like feet. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I need to get out of here.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And yeah, there's like all different parts to it where you had to keep running the obstacle course until you like fucking repented or something. It was like, all right, it's a little weird. And then like the dream I had right before I woke up, which I don't really remember what it was, but it was like I was telling people about that dream. So that's how weird it was.
That's super weird. All right. Well, congratulations, everybody, on your big life events and bizarre dreams.
yeah.
Why don't we do some shenanigans?
Sounds
Let's
good to me.
meet in the tavern. We do not need Sir Walker or Buck Portstein. We do want Peppercorn over here.
Oh, is that what you're going to go for? That's the name I'm going to get.
I don't know. There's no Buck either today. Excellent. Well, here we have our beloved party hanging out in Shenanigans. The tavern is 50% full. So it's a nice, pleasantly full tavern. You know, just the right amount of people here as you're all hanging out. What are you doing while you're hanging out?
I'm thinking the world's just so full of hope and joy that we need to just express it more. Yes?
What?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Express more joy. Another ale?
And yes, of course. I'll go get you one.
Absolutely. That sounds fantastic.
Yep, you're paying. Absolutely.
Yep. Desmond, can I have a hopeful beer?
Yeah. Hopeful beer?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Beer that's full of hope and joy.
Here's hoping it gets you drunk. And he slides you a beer.
Thank you. I'll have that. Can I have 2 more for them?
He slides you 2 more. You'll definitely get drunk. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
Thank you, Desmond. And I walk back to the party and hand out the drinks.
Excellent.
Excellent. Take it and start drinking for sure.
It's like just about the entire size of my head. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's way too big. Yeah.
Yep.
thing.
So what's to be done around this town? Because I just got here. Anything good around town to see?
Oh yeah, something weird always happens.
Now you just gotta wait around. Something will pop up here shortly. It's amazing. It's every time.
Every time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, sometimes it just smacks you right in the back of the head. And judging by, yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Be fine. Just last time I was here, it was so empty. I'm glad to see that people actually exist in this tavern. It was so spooky, so scary. Glad to know that there's some pretty normal people in here.
Yeah, normal people.
Well, last time, believe me, this is much more normal.
Lots of normal people here. That's for certain.
Shit I've seen.
All right. The door opens up, and in walks a meek-looking cleaner, like a housemaid sort of thing. And she sort of looks around and goes up to Desmond with big, sad, hopeful eyes. And he, leaning on one, his head on one hand, just sort of like waves her way before she gets to him, and like kind of just points. And at your table, of course. And she sort of nods and heads over in your direction and approaches the table and goes, hi, there's no, excuse me, sirs, there's no sheriff in town right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know who to bring this to, but,
Okay.
but my mistress has been murdered.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
I pat myself down to make sure my skeleton hand isn't missing.
It's right where you left it. Where did you leave it?
It's gonna be in my backpack for now.
Well, that's where it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's horrible. Was she rich?
Yes.
So, okay, her family can pay us. Got it.
What? No,
Perfect.
we need to solve this. This is a matter
Solve
of
this for money.
We need to solve this for the money, exactly. I agree. And for the
I mean, yes, it's awful that she was murdered, but
mistress.
okay,
Gotta be able to-
who got murdered? What happened? You can tell us.
Well, I came in the morning to clean the house, and there she was, on the ground, all laid out. That was maybe 10 minutes ago. I didn't know what to do. I ran to the sheriff's office, and there was no sheriff, and so I came here. And that's as far as I've gotten.
Okay. Where is the residence in question?
Down the street, second left on your right, past yonder hill.
Oh, okay, that one. Yes, I saw that when I was coming into town.
Second left on your right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that works.
Yeah. Don't question it.
So, did you
Have to do that.
do you go over to her house every morning to clean?
Yes, I have a few houses that I clean.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And she's always the first one you go to? You never go in a different order?
Usually, rarely I'll go in a separate order, but only if she's out of town or something. She was supposed to be out of town, but I guess she didn't make it.
I see.
Wait, why would you say that you don't go there when she's out of town, but she's supposed to be out of town, and then you went there?
I can understand your confusion. I'm sorry. I normally go the Wilkins house, and then the Bradford house, and then the Shamsby house. That's my normal order: morning, afternoon, evening. Unless for some reason someone is out of town and someone else needs their house cleaned more quickly. And they were going to be out of town, but nobody else needed anything cleaned more quickly, so I was just going to do my regular route.
What was the victim's name?
Matilda. Lady Matilda Shamsby.
How old was she?
Well, I gotta start writing these names down because I've already forgotten the names I've given you.
Don't worry, I didn't write those ones down.
Shamsby. Bradford. No, it was Wilkins. That's right. She's Wilkins. Shamsby was the last one. Wilkins. And then Shamsby. Okay, cool. What was your question again?
Lady Matilda Wilkins, you said?
Yes, Lady Matilda Wilkins.
And then you were to go to Shamsby in the middle of the day today.
Bradford and then Shamsby, yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Kobold on the mechanical dragon. Did you ask me something?
That was my question.
Oh, okay.
Very well. Well, take us to the home. Let's have a look.
She takes you out the bar, down the road, past yonder hill, second left on your right, and brings you to the house. It is a small but elaborate estate, let's call it. The outside has a little fence around it with some fairly nice gardens that look like they're well tended to. There's a few fruit-bearing trees on the one side, but there's no fruit lying on the ground. So clearly someone comes by to, pick things or pick up things, and the area is nicely kept. There's a beware of dog sign out front on the lawn, but the maid quickly waves it away and says, there's no actual dog. It's just, to keep out interlopers.
Okay.
But most of the population can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like text, it's like the dog growling.
Ah, right.
Like,
okay.
it's a sign with a pictogram of a dog.
Ah, okay,
Makes
fair
sense.
enough.
Yeah.
Can we walk around the outside of the estate to see if anything looks like it was broken into or like anything was messed up since it was all well tended? Is there any ground that's been disturbed or any
Sure.
bushes or whatever?
She brings you on through the gate, and as you walk around, sure enough, there's a big window on one side that has been smashed.
Is the glass on the outside or the inside?
Great question. Why don't you give me a perception check? And now is where you're going to want to start writing down clues. These are important things we're going to be discussing.
Instead of rolling a perception check, why don't we just walk up to it and it'd be very clear if it's on the inside or the outside?
Sure, I was going to ask for the perception check for level of fine detail, Because it's quite clear when you walk up that the glass is broken on the inside. That's not something that is going to be difficult to tell. And with oh, there we go. All right. So most of you guys just see, yeah, it's broken from the outside, glass has fallen in. Shag, you've got this level of detail where you're examining this, and it's not just that the glass is on the inside, it's that the bushes on the outside, because there's like a little hedge that comes up to maybe hip height, the hedge is undisturbed, and the breaking point is about like human level striking point. So it's, the break point is maybe 4.5 feet up.
No. Yeah, they're pretty sloppy. They did well at getting over the hedge, but I don't know. They just kind of did a sloppy break here.
Well, if you're going to leave a dead body behind, a window's least of your problems.
Ain't. You'd be surprised what I could tell you. Neal, how's the dirt around this place? Like, is it like super soft soil or?
Great question. I think that can just be part of your last perception check that you made here. It is. Well, the gardens have been well tended to, and the orchards are looking nice and proper. The ground itself has not been like aerated recently, so it's not particularly soft. In addition, it's been dry for a while. So It's not particularly moist either. And you see no footprints on the outside.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. And the fence around the estate, it's not hot. It's easy enough to just climb over. It's not like real tall.
Yeah, it's overhead, but it's got like some cross beams to it. It wouldn't be difficult to scale.
Yeah. But the nearest point of the fence, there's no like footprints in the edge of the like when you're climbing up, you might elevate yourself for stepping on it, so you could see the shoe size and such.
So what are you looking for?
Okay, look at the nearby fence. It's is there any footprints in it when they climbed over it? If they climbed over it.
Give me a perception. Okay, so you guys are going to search the fence for clues, is what you're telling me.
Correct. The
Why?
outer fence.
Right. So why don't you, someone, give me a percent. Oh my God! All right.
Never
So
mind.
you look over the fence. You're looking for clues here, and the fence has some signs of wear on it. One of the boards, because you've got these like maybe what are this, like a foot long boards that kind of make up the vertical sections of it with cross beams on the other side. One of the boards is sort of loose on the bottom. It kind of like waggles. Wobbles is the word. And the rest of the perimeter of the fence has nothing on it that looks out of place. There are no footprints on the fence, and there are no like deep landing marks on the ground near the fence anywhere. Additionally, there are hedges along the fence in most places. Not all places. Some places there's just sort of open grassland or nearby trees. Yeah. Where the wobble in the fence is where one of the trees would be. So there's no, excuse me, no hedges there.
Alright, so they could either come in the gate or this loose board. There's no other places I can see that they could have come in to the estate itself, to my knowledge.
Okay. So, at least from the outside, I don't know if there's much else we can glean from being out here. Maybe we need to move inside.
Probably.
Yeah, let me ground out some powder so we can just get some fingerprint material. No, I got no idea how to make that. Yeah, I got no idea how to make fingerprint powder. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to use that.
I mean, how would you know?
knowledge how to make fingerprint powder? So let's just keep. All right. So you, what is your name, maid?
Jezebel.
Well, the same name as the Baroness.
Yes, it is a lovely name, I've always thought.
I'm sure.
Indubitably.
Was this front door locked when you came here this morning?
I put the key in and I turned it just like I normally do.
Was there pressure when you did it?
I didn't notice a difference. It's my regular day. My mind, my head's in the clouds. I'm thinking about all the things that I have to do and all the people I have to see, and I didn't notice anything.
I'd say that means the door is probably locked.
So this would have been the exit point as well, then the window.
Probably. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't.
Yes.
Unless they,
Yes?
go for it.
I was just going to say that Mr. Wilkins is out of town right now. I don't think he even knows.
They'll find out soon enough.
Do you happen to know which town he went to?
He went to his cousin's estate over oh god, what's that town? Near Fenden.
Fenden, yes. Yeah, there was a recent murder there as well of a prominent officer in the military. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of this one. The culprits of the one in Fenden got away. But we won't.
Where's the body at?
The body is... I'm gonna do chalk outline. Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
Yep. So you can see the body here. The lady is dressed in her nightgown and is just sort of sprawled on the floor. The break in the window is right here. I guess you probably would have been able to see the body from the outside. Yeah, the break in the window is here. So the purple rectangles are windows, the black rectangles are doors, and this over here is like a fancy bar. And there's furniture scattered about, which I am drawing in right now.
Sure. All right.
Oh, one moment. You said she is Lady Matilda. Is she actually a noble?
Yes, they're they are one of the smaller noble houses around here.
Was she the one who inherited the title, or her husband? Or are they both nobles separately?
both separate nobles.
Okay, thank you.
Looking at the body, how was it murdered? Can we tell?
Yeah. It's very clear she was strangled from behind. Choked. You can see thumbprints on the back of her neck and deep impressions on the front of her neck, deep bruising.
Can we gauge how much strength is required to do that?
Does she look old, frail?
Give me a wisdom check to notice how the strength of her that would it take to strangle someone.
Only 19.
Check. Someone that you're like feeling her body and squeezing it. It would take at least 12 strength to do this. You would need a strong man, but not someone too strong, or a strong woman, but not someone too strong.
Yeah. So a halfling with 12 strength's out of the question. Because their strength is not comparable.
We could pretty much already establish it's a human-sized person with the window breaking, correct?
Oh yeah.
Well, yes. If we accept all the evidence at face value, yes.
Correct.
But, yeah.
It didn't disturb the bushes, and they broke it about human height.
Yeah, I mean, we could have just got someone with magical rollerblades and just gone up inside and framed someone of height. But, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Are there any other wounds on the body?
Good question. With that 27 perception check there, you will see that there are no wounds on her body, but under her fingernails, there appears to be like little bits of skin that are not hers, like little curls of skin.
Now, I know we don't have DNA here, but do we have blood types here in this era? Like,
No.
I know, like, so in a monasteries, they had that early on, all right? Fair enough?
It just means the
what we
person's
had.
wounded. It means he's got some scratch marks on him right now that are still pretty fresh, unless he's got him healed by someone of power.
Yeah. I was just wondering what we had at our disposal.
Yeah, no blood analysis, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. The skin, can we tell the skin complexion? The same complexion as the victim?
Good question. Yeah. It looks to be roughly in the same ballpark. You know, when you scratch off that top layer of skin and it dries pretty quickly, it does change in color, but by pigmentation, it's in the same ballpark of this, this East Mediterranean skin type that we have common here in this part of the world.
Okay. Let's see. Now, would she have been standing when she was strangled, or was she already on the ground? Is there a way for either of you to figure that out? Or?
Can we look around at the table and everything else around us?
If she was on the ground when she was being strangled, the thumbprints would be on the forward part of her neck, not the back part.
Right.
Yeah, but
so she was strangled he came through the window and caught her by surprise and got her on the back. So really the only question is, there's a table right here. Is there anything laid out on the table? Oh, sorry. I meant to ping, not
That's
draw.
fine.
My bad. But yeah. So is there anything laid out on the table, Neal?
The table has a glass of wine that is still upright. And it looks like a small plate of sort of like late night snacks that you might have. Like there's a couple of cookies here and there's a carrot.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll cast Speak with Dead now and just solve the case.
Go for it.
I don't have it.
Oh,
That'd be good. So she was up pretty late at night working on something. Looking over at the girl with us, is there anybody else who's here in the evenings with the mistress? Or with the madam? Sorry.
sometime I guess, but she wasn't even supposed to be here.
She was going to be in Fenden with her husband?
Yeah, they were gonna go to Fenden together.
Interesting. I'm gonna go into the bedroom and start looking around. Like, I don't know anything about this noble. I don't give a fuck. So let's start learning about them.
I'll inspect this living area.
Go through their paperwork.
You want to go through their paperwork?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's where you're gonna find the juicy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
take the girl and keep questioning her about people up here in the front room while he's in the back room doing his thing. I don't want her to know he's going through all their things.
So I
Okay.
don't hide that I'm going through their shit.
Yeah, but we just don't need her to know anyway. That's fine.
Yeah, and I'll keep searching this current room to see if there's anything disturbed, knocked off a shelf or something. Just looking around for any signs of disturbance in this room.
Sure. So, in the bedroom, you do find a desk, and you start going through the desk and looking through the papers here. It seems that this family owns a couple of properties nearby that they would rent out to local people. You know, they own some farmland over here. They own like the land the blacksmith shop is on, and the other
Which
important
one?
building, the
So they're-
left blacksmith shop, the western blacksmith shop.
So
And
they're literally landlords.
they're literally landlords, and they've got like a nice small estate for themselves because they only have like a few small properties. Give me an intelligence check while you go through this paperwork for deeper clues.
Ooh, 21.
You'll notice that the deeds are all in the name of Lady Matilda Bran.
Bran?
A maiden name.
So her husband was the one that married into power. Interesting. Or at least married into this wealth. Said he's visiting a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't supposed to be here.
I don't know this. Sorry.
Yeah. So, would you know how the relationship? Oh, you're questioning her, and I'm not questioning her.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So does she have any other servants or anybody else who'd be here usually? I mean, if she didn't go, maybe she called them back since she got stuck for an extra day.
There's a cook that comes by to prep meals in the morning, in the evening, and the afternoon.
Okay. Could you run and get the cook and bring him back here?
Of course. And she leaves the estate to go get the cook.
I'd like to go in the bedroom and start looking around. Just drawers, anything else.
Yeah, you see Shag over at the desk, rifling through deeds and estates and old correspondence. You head over towards the dresser and open it up, and it looks like a bunch of the clothes are missing, and there's some empty spots at the bottom of the dresser, not the dresser, the closet, where one might, you know, the rest of the closet is filled with stuff, but then there's like this empty spot in the lower left corner, and then there's also like a section of the hanging clothes that are gone and a section of folded clothes that are missing.
Does it look like there's only like men's clothes missing? Does it look like there's a disproportionate amount of clothes here for like women or men? I mean, can I tell?
There looks to be
Like, does it look like some were like taken out and put back in? I guess is what I'm asking. Does it look like she was intending on leaving and then put her stuff back? Or does it seem like she was always planning on staying?
there's more women's clothes in here than men's clothes.
Right.
And the missing section is sort of like in the middle, almost, in between the two of them.
Okay. So it's like they had their favorite clothes, they took them out, and they went. Is there any like packed up luggage or anything in here, in this bedroom or in the house?
No. You
Okay.
have seen no luggage whatsoever.
So he probably took all the luggage, so he was probably planning on her coming with him, so he's probably not the person. Directly him.
Yeah. Back in the living area, did I find any signs of any disturbance?
I mean, there's a dead body on the ground, but
No,
other than
hold
that,
on.
it seems to be fine. Give me another perception check as you search the area.
Alright. Sorry. Perception. 21. Wait,
No.
no, 18. I messed up. I was screwed up. 18.
No
No, okay.
clues, nothing else, no other disturbances, just the body.
Is there anything in all this paperwork about the husband?
Yes, there is some stuff in here about the husband. You notice patient records. There are notes on various people. There's like a Miss Butcher, sore throat, red eyes, runny nose, green sputum, prescribed wolf wart to her, right? And then you'll flip to another thing. It'll say like Desmond, erection lasting longer than 18 hours, needed a blood draw, that sort of thing. So there seem to be some patient records that all have his name on it.
Desmond. Gash, 1.5 feet long. Midsection. Prescribed, 1 cleric.
That's prescription.
See 1 cleric of Martha. Come back to me in the morning.
All right, so it looks like
So-
a doctor.
Yeah. So was he like from the record? Oh, not there. Sorry.
Where would he practice though?
So when I'm back in the bedroom, I want to look around and see if I can find anything of wealth, right? I want to see how much wealth is there, or see if any wealth is missing specifically.
Oh yes, there is wealth here. On like a dresser, you can see necklaces, jewelry, rings, bracelets, ring toes, all sorts of stuff.
Ring toes.
My
Toe
artificer,
rings, I'm sorry.
I want to start looking at all the jewelry and stuff and seeing if anything's magical. I'll spend my 10 minutes for my 20% chance.
10 minutes of checking for a 20% chance of detecting if there's something magical.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, and I have a chance of detecting this hidden passage.
Well, I've got to look at something for 10 minutes, and I get 10% or 20% chance to know what it magically does, or nothing happens, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's,
There's nothing here that looks magical to you.
okay. So just wealth. Interesting.
So, is there a wine bottle next to the wine glass?
There is.
How much is gone from the wine bottle? Like, is it a glass's worth? Is it half gone? Is it all gone?
It is maybe half gone. And then the wine glass that's out there is mostly full still.
Alright.
Are we talking wine mostly full or real person mostly full?
We're talking like classy noble lady mostly full.
Okay.
Right.
So like she knows
So-
how to drink wine. She isn't going to be like me and it's like, I want some wine today. And fill it so there's like that much room left.
Right.
Like,
She didn't
drink
feel it like a
wine.
beer glass. She filled it like a
Yeah.
wine glass.
She doesn't have the glass of wine that holds the full bottle for you. She didn't have one of those.
Well,
She's
I'm
not
thinking
from
like,
Cougar Town.
Yeah, I'm thinking like nobles don't tend to save their wine. If they open a wine bottle, they drink it there and there. So 2 glasses at least have been taken from here. Either she's drunken one beforehand, or there was a second person who drank a glass. But I mean, there's no sign of that. But I mean, if it's that much is gone, there's been another glass of wine. I mean, I've got no reason one way or the other, because I mean, I completely failed at searching the scene to see if there was like a glass missing from the cabinet or something.
I'd like to go into the kitchen and see if anything looks wrong. Just peer around. Does it look just undisturbed?
It looks undisturbed. Yep. And as you'll note, there's a back door to the estate from the kitchen, a servant's entrance, if you will.
Okay. I want to walk over to the door and see if it's open. Yeah.
Okay.
It is open. You twist the handle and it swings open easily.
Okay. So, why break the glass?
To make
Maybe
it look
this
like it's a stranger.
Are there? I guess there's. Are there? I look down at my feet. Are there footprints coming in or going out? Can I tell?
Give me that perception check. There are no footprints going in, but there is a set of footprints exiting the kitchen door. It's only like a half footprint. All like the 1 foot goes halfway out the threshold, and then the next footprint is there because right outside the kitchen door is just a bit muddy. There's a lot of traffic that goes in and out. Kitchen will like dump out the extra water out the back door, so that area gets a little bit damp and gross. So you can see like 2 footprints, or a footprint and a half, really.
Come take a look at this, guys, and I'll bring him over so I can see the footprints.
All right.
Told you it wasn't me.
So they exited through the back door and they went that direction some ways. Do you think we can figure out how big this person was with their footprints? How heavy?
Well, I don't have pattern weave, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you can just compare your own feet to it. It's definitely Shag's foot is way too small.
It's
Pepper?
also the wrong
Mine.
shape.
Foot way too small.
What species are you?
Halfling.
Yeah,
I'm
your
half
foot's
elf.
way too small.
I'm half elf.
Prospect,
5'7".
your foot's a little bit small as well.
Yeah. So we're looking probably at a human here. Full human.
Very well. Was there anything in the documents you looked about their estate? Was anyone did anyone owe them money, or were they owed money to anyone?
Yeah. How long till the next tax season?
The next tax season, like when the landowner, the Baroness would collect taxes from these people.
Yeah.
They
Is it
collect
mid-year?
taxes on the first day of every season change. So on the first day of winter, first day of summer, first day of fall, first day of spring. And today is August 3rd. So we're a little bit away from the fall tax season.
Okay, it's probably someone below, not above then. Because I assume rent's charged for far more frequently than that.
I'm going to make sure and write down who all of their tenants are.
Mm-hmm.
People they
Sure.
lent. So
Is anyone overdue on their bills? That's what I was asked
Overdue.
before.
Does anyone have past problems with like, oh, hey, this person is usually belligerent and won't pay? We usually have to get guards or hired thugs to beat the money out of them or something like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So they have 4 properties in town that they own. There are 2 farms, 1 blacksmith, and a tackle shop on the docks. So there's 4 things
Is
that
it
they
Bessie's
own.
farm?
It is not Bessie's farm.
Okay.
Good.
The blacksmith shop is all paid up. One of the farms has recently been in debt, but they've cleared it off and they're all paid up now, but there were some questions about it. Whoops, let me just make my notes of what I've told you. One of the farms has 1 month's rent outstanding. And
Okay.
the tackle shop is behind on their rent 3 months. There are notes in the margin of the bills for that saying that the owner, a Lady Jane, which you've all been down by the docks. None of those people are ladies. This is sort of maybe like a social honorific here. A note here that says Lady Jane has suffered a setback. Someone had broken into her shop and she needs a few months to like come up with the money to pay the rent.
So no sign they're strong arming her. They're actually being generous lords here.
That's what it seems like at first glance.
No, I mean, what you leave on paper, right? You don't incriminate yourself on your own paper. No one's that dumb.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there's always. Well, he's a doctor, so and she's a landowner, so they know their paperwork.
All right, so it seems like no one's really too far behind on their payments. I mean, getting robbed, I guess, happens. I mean, it happens every now and again. It's unfortunate. But there doesn't seem to be too much to go on there. Everyone seems mostly in the green. We could go down and talk to them, but I don't think that's going to help us out too much.
We should wait for the cook anyway, because they're on their way here, so we can question them when they arrive.
Yeah.
See about what vehicle they have. Like, obviously these are nobles, so they're going to have a carriage. So we want to check when the carriage actually left town to confirm the husband's alibi.
Why don't we take our first break here? I know it's a little bit early, and when we come back, we'll continue with our murder. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.
But